Hello, you're watching the Drunk News. Welcome to the Drunk News. My name is whatever, and I'm very happy to be back with you. Today is a very special day. It's the first day of Hanukkah for whoever the hell knows what that means. I'm sure it's a wonderful thing for many, many people in the world. And they have songs, dreidel, dreidel, la da thamana ora. Anyway, so happy Hanukkah to whoever cares about that sort of thing. Happy Hanukkah. Now, in the news, it's been a very, very big week for the Drunk News. There's so much going on. Well, first of all, for those who aren't celebrating Hanukkah, we're coming upon the holiday season, the birth of Jesus, for whoever believes in that virgin birth and that sort of thing. It's a big celebration. But in the real world right now, there's a celebration of the impending birth of a new prince or princess in the United Kingdom. They have announced that Kate, the Duchess of Cambridge, is pregnant. She got terribly sick. She had to go into the hospital. She had terrible morning sickness. She couldn't stop puking, ladies and gentlemen. Her body was trying to reject that baby, but she went into the hospital, went into the hospital, puked for about a week. So she's doing much better. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, it caused a terrible tragedy because these two radio personalities. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have a hard time saying the words radio personalities together because how can you have a personality if people can't even see you, But anyway, these radio personalities called up and they impersonated the Queen, and they talked to some people to get a status report. It was a prank call, and evidently this woman who was the operator in the hospital, she went out and she killed herself, ladies and gentlemen, which is just a terrible, awful tragedy. I mean, she all she did was put him through, but you get an awful lot of attention. If something like that happened to me, I'd probably die of embarrassment. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it was a terrible tragedy. And, but the thing is, one person dies and another person's born, and if you believe in reincarnation in the circle of life, it may just so happen that the next person in line for the throne of England could be the reincarnation of a skittish telephone operator. Now that would be nice, to just go into a kind of a whole royal scenario in your next life, which I think she deserves. And then, of course, what else is in the news? There's a whole thing about the there's the chemical warfares, which is terribly, everybody's talking about that. And then there's the thing is that, what's his name, head of... Now, I used to think that the Syrian people had that wonderful first lady I saw in Vogue magazine with the husband. They look like a terrifically normal family, but evidently they've got some real problems, and he's been accused of preparing to unloose saliva on his entire population. They're putting stockpiles of saliva. Chemical warfare, which I didn't even realize saliva was so dangerous, to be perfectly honest with you, but they're having an outbreak of it right here in New York, in Brooklyn. So they're putting out warnings to the international community that Butcher Salada, whatever his name is, Al-Assad or Sassad, he's going to release saliva on the people, which evidently can kill you or stun you within 9 days or something. You would die. And then they have this thing that is happening to, they put out a warning to the gay boys in Brooklyn that you should get inoculated because they have this, what's it called, spiral meningitis or something, that will cause your saliva, if you drink after somebody or swap spit or meet up with them on the internet, then your brain could explode, ladies and gentlemen. And so this is a kind of a chemical scenario. So, I guess the main thing to remember is that you just, since pot's legal, just, it's a wonderful time to just embrace the whole notion of cottonmouth. It's a lifesaver. And then the other thing is, it's all over the news, is that the notorious B.I.G, who they released his the reports from the people, the deaf people that looked at his body, the coroner's report. Evidently, the notorious B.I.G, who was killed in 1999, the coroner's report, it took them 15 years to get it out, evidently, he was died by being killed, shot and killed in 1996. So I guess that's the news, ladies and gentlemen. So the main upshot of it is, I didn't even mean to say that. I've been talking about, and I would guess it was an upshot because it went in through his hip and came out through his heart or something. It was terrible, but nonetheless, it was 15 years ago that it happened, and now it's news again. So what goes around comes around. Swapping spit, shooting rap stars, killing yourself because you're embarrassed, and being reborn as a princess, ladies and gentlemen. In the end, it's all good news because everything happens for a reason, and everybody's going to be back to say whatever they have to say in the next life. So, I'll see you soon. This is Drunk News. I'm whatever. Cheers.